So on today's episode of I Broke It, Now I Have to Fix It, because no one else will, or it'll rot, or it'll get stuck in a shop for umpteen years because one small woman's farm does not make for a mechanical emergency. And if you know anything about favors, you don't want to owe people favors to fix your stuff that's really trivial, because it turns into you owe them a lot more. So, pole saw, we need to restring our chain, so that's fun. It's super simple. We're gonna go through this together. We're gonna learn together. All chainsaws are basically the exact same, give or take a couple of very specialty ones, but for the most part, same pieces. First, I'm gonna start with what I am using, which is a Stihl Roll-O-Matic Mini E, and it's fantastic. This thing gets a really great reach for you to get to branches, clean up your fence lines, what have you. Things that you don't want to risk holding a chainsaw above your head for, this is your guy. It comes on it looks like a weed whacker, a little heavier than that, and super simple. However, I bit off more than it could chew, and it let me know, and I popped the chain off. So this happens, it's no big deal. What tools I used to do this, and this was by way of trial and error, I learned the hard way. A toothbrush, because while you're already in here, putting it back on is a good time to clean it. This is preventative maintenance. That's what we do here, so that we don't have to replace our equipment. It'll last a long time if you take care of it, much like your body. Not that I take care of mine. The other tool you're gonna need is this. I think it's a super simple, it was $5.99 at Tractor Supply, quite literally in the chainsaw section. So a little socket wrench right there, and it also has the flat head at the end. You're gonna need that to tighten it in. So what you do is take the little piece down here by the big nut that is very clearly what it is, because you guys are not mechanical. It doesn't make you unintelligent, so you can do this. It's super simple. Pop this bad boy off, give her a spin. Ooh, she's filthy. What have you done, girlfriend? Hope you prayed about it. I did that. That was my fault. So now I'm gonna pay for it. So what I'm gonna do is just take my toothbrush for this one and get all the grime out, which is super gnarly, disgusting. You know what you've done. Gross. Got overzealous there. So just clean that all out. I'm literally doing this in the back of my truck, so you have to bear with me because I am not a media person. My degree is in public relations, and that's not this type of journalism. Although that would have been really cool. God, that would have been cool to do my thesis on. Okay, so bang it out if all else fails. You want to get as much as you can out, because remember, you don't want to be driving and grinding gears and grime all up in there, because it's going to shorten the life of your power tools, of any tool. And unless you are just rolling the money and buy something new every time it's broken, let's care for it. Gross, what have I done? What was I doing? Oh, I know what happened. Okay, so there's a lot of dirt compacted in here with wood, because I, of course, was taking out tree limbs, small tree limbs with this, and when that happens, you get all that buildup. So, being that this is a female channel and I'm here to help those that get it, use the resources you have. If you can avoid having to buy something new, avoid it. This is a Cricut weeding tool for when I cut vinyls to make t-shirts for my kids. Look how much easier that is. You just grind it in there. You could probably use a toothpick, or yesterday I tried to use a credit card, because it's much more useful as a tool to get grime and wood out than it is for me to swipe. Anyways, it's back. So for the most part, that's pretty darn clean. I guess I could have just like soaked this in water, but I don't want to get water all up down in the chainsaw either. So here we go. That's not really what we're here for. We're really here for the part that is probably the most overwhelming and confusing, and that is going to be putting your chain back on. So these are really simple. If you need to replace the actual chain, not just put it back on, because right now I'm re-threading, but I'm not replacing. It's a brand new chain. It's fine. The parts are going to be listed on the blade, or the housing unit right there. I'm sure that's not the right term, but So I'm going to call it by things that make sense to my brain, because that's what this channel is about. Because typically the do-it-yourself or how-to videos that I've been finding they're spoken in a language by a mechanic for a mechanic. Well, some of us are learning, and while I enjoy all of this, I don't want a career in it. Ooh, I really jacked you up. I'm sorry, friend. My condolences. Oh, jeez. That's gonna hurt to get out. So I have coiled this up because I'm a genius. There we go. So push and pull to get it straight, just like you are getting knots or loops out of your jewelry. It's very similar to this. There we go. So just patience and going slow in the right direction, pushing. You know how when your necklace gets knots in it, you push, not pull, to get the knot out, right? Same thing with this. And just kind of work out those holes. I just put the chain on its thread over there so that it can straighten out. Kind of like how we did when we made friendship bracelets as a kid. There, perfect. Okay, so now she's free. We're gonna take our brush, we're gonna clean this piece. I'm trying to get closer. I don't have much camera awareness, or you know what, any awareness. Not super self-aware in anything I do. So get it in there, clean it up, because it's a female channel. Look, everything's pink. We're fun. I also have two small little girls, so it's just kind of everything in my house is pink. All right, cleaned it out. So now I feel good about having done a good deed for this poor machine that I abused yesterday, because I'm still figuring out how best to use it. Turns out I was overusing it and my shoulder gave out, because they are a little hard on your shoulder. So just make sure when you use it that you appropriately pause to give your body time to be able to adjust to using it. Because what happened is I turned it at a weird angle to make my shoulder adjust, like to rotate the weight. Because my body's beat up. But okay, easy enough, right? So just make sure when you are putting the chain back on, you see the taller blades on this side, those are what are going out. That's what's going to cut and saw at things. The consistent little kind of smoother bumped ones that look like little mini waves, those go on the inside. So think of it like those are the blades, because they are. So you're gonna put this in, rethread it. Not reinventing the wheel here. This has been done. We all can do this. Super simple. Pop it right in there, and then what you're going to do